Hello and welcome to Ego Boost. Today, we will be discussing about 13 signs to know you are dealing with a master manipulator. Manipulation is something common in our daily lives. If you've ever had the impression that someone was taking advantage of you or someone else, you're probably not alone. Manipulators are present in every aspect of our society, be it at home, workplace, or in friendships. The unfortunate reality is that you will almost certainly come into contact with a master manipulator at some point in your life. They use their psychological wizardry at home in their personal lives as well as at work in their professional lives to achieve their goals. Individuals who are manipulative can often get what they want whenever they want it by using various tactics. While they often see themselves as winners, their tactics always have a negative psychological impact on those around them. Knowing what it feels like to be deceived by a manipulator, you understand how painful it is to realize you have been taken advantage of. To avoid becoming a victim of manipulation, it's critical to recognize the signs of deception before you fall prey to these kinds of people. You will be well equipped when you learn how these masterminds use psychological and emotional tricks to get what they want at your expense by looking at how they think and feel. These are the signs that will let you know you are dealing with a master manipulator. Number 1. They lure you to their comfort zone. Power, as they say, is a very powerful thing. Master manipulators are always aware of the power dynamics that are at play in any given situation. And if they have a chance to take control, they will. It is possible for them to maintain control by allowing you come to them as a result of the power they possess, whether it is their home or office. If someone you don't know well invites you into their home, you should be cautious. It could be a thoughtful gesture, but it is likely a trap. Another possibility is that you are being coerced into not speaking out against them. Keep an eye out for invitations that seem suspicious, especially if the host attempts to take advantage of you while you are in their home. Number 2, they intentionally distort the facts. Miscommunication does occur from time to time. In other cases, someone will purposefully twist your words and feign innocence, making you feel insane in the process. If you confront the manipulator about it, they'll often brush it aside or make you feel like you're in the wrong. Always be on the lookout and do all you can to avoid people who twist the facts in their favor when they're called out on it. Number 3, they give ultimatum. An ultimatum is, at its core, a demand for something. Occasionally, there is only a very limited range of options available. Manipulators frequently use either my way or the highway approach when presenting tight deadlines or demands. It is yet another sales technique employed by emotionally manipulative individuals in order to gain your consent or submission. However, even if you are not very certain, this act of tension exerts control over the manipulator's chosen victim, and their power play is frequently successful. Even if the manipulator is telling the truth, nothing about their actions will give you any indication that they are. Ultimatums remove all room for negotiation before you've made your decision, which is essential in any healthy relationship, be it at home or the workplace. Number 4, they overabundantly provide information. Another sales tactic used by manipulators is to inundate you with numerous information at the same time. They bombard you with a deluge of information, often accompanied by confusing data sets or statistics, in the hopes that you will recognize them as an expert. This intellectual bullying strategy is frequently used in the workplace, particularly during financial negotiation sessions. Additionally, it can occur in social or relational arguments because of the elevated status that knowledge confers. By doing this, the manipulator assumes greater control over you as time passes. Sometimes there is a specific end goal in mind, and other times the manipulator simply enjoys the sensation of being superior. Number 5, they pay attention and cunningly inquire. If you've ever dealt with a salesperson or have been one yourself, you're aware that there's a method to making a sale that works. Prospecting is the first step, and manipulators take part in it as well. Using the guise of friendliness, they will ask you general and detailed questions in order to gain insight into your thought process, how you will respond, and what your strengths and weaknesses are. Be wary of those who ask too many questions, they may be attempting to hide something. This is also an attempt by such people to make you lose your guard by providing them with too much personal information that they can eventually use against you. Number 6, they stifle your progress. The strategy is yet another power play method used by master manipulators. The practice of using red tape to block requests is especially common in the workplace when a superior unjustly exercises their power over a subordinate. This is done in order to maintain control over the subordinate. In some cases, the manipulator will keep putting up roadblocks until the subordinate finally gives up and succumbs to the manipulator's power, which may take years, in some cases. This power struggle can be harmful to the individuals involved as well as to the business or organization in question. Number 7, they often raise their voice. Although speaking louder can sometimes be a sign of confidence, master manipulators use it to their advantage. This tactic isn't particularly thought-provoking, but it is yet another example of power politics. People who speak at a higher volume may believe that their increased volume establishes their authority. They believe it provides them with greater intelligence or demonstrates that their argument is superior. Despite the fact that it does not, manipulators continue to do so. Their strategy, on the other hand, is to intimidate you. Their aggressive body language and brash tone, as well as the fact that they talk endlessly, may serve to encourage your submission. They may also take control of a conversation, forcing their victims to listen, in order to gain their submission. Number 8, they always bring you bad news. When someone is subjected to emotional manipulation, they are placed at a psychological disadvantage as they process the news. It could be something as simple as a low ball in a negotiation, which appears to be innocent. It can also be harmful to the other person, as in the case of a manipulator who suddenly admits they are unable to or did not do something they were supposed to do. When a manipulator delivers negative information to you without warning, you will be caught off guard as you process the information. It is possible that you are not thinking clearly at the time, and the manipulator will then ask or demand something of you. By doing this, you are very much likely to submit to their demands. Number 9, they make light of your situation. Manipulators crave power, and they gain that power by preying on your insecurities. Manipulative people will sometimes make unjust critical remarks in order to put you down and make you feel inferior to others. Upon being confronted, they'll claim it was a joke or sarcasm, and when confronted again, they'll turn the tables on you with friendly aggression. Various factors, such as physical appearance, material possessions, life experiences, and knowledge, could be the source of psychological torment. A skilled manipulator will identify your insecurities and use them as a tool to bring you to your knees at every opportunity. Number 10, they are unapologetic in their assessment of you. While some manipulators use sarcasm to assert their authority, others use humor to do so. Others attack others' feelings with judgment and criticism, showing complete disregard for their feelings. A manipulative person will marginalize, ridicule, and dismiss you without hesitation. By relentlessly picking on you, they can maintain their control over you. Usually, the aggressor will try to persuade you that there is something fundamentally wrong with you. They will tell you that no matter what you do, you will always fall short of their expectations. In the case of a manipulator who convinces you that you are not good enough, they are targeting your self-worth. It becomes easier for them to exert control over you as a result of this. You will notice this quickly if they only point out the flaws in your performance without offering constructive criticism on how you could improve. Number 11, they transfer responsibilities to you by acting dumb. A master manipulator might pretend that they are unable to perform a particular task. Manipulators will act as if they do not understand what you are attempting to communicate in order to avoid performing a task or taking responsibility for an action that they dislike. The truth is that they don't want to deal with it. Manipulative individuals find it simple to place the burden of responsibility on your shoulders, avoid obligations, and provide you with the short end of the stick. Number 12, they act like the victim. When a manipulator is confronted with the consequences of their actions, they quickly turn on you. Even if you are the victim of their self-centered actions, the manipulator will point the finger at you and claim to be the one who is at fault. As a result, it diverts attention away from them and may appear to justify their actions. Manipulators are frequently on the defensive and employ gaslighting as a tactic to make you believe that you are insane for having confronted them or even for feeling or believing something in the first place. When a manipulator attempts to shift all of the blame onto you, beware and do not believe them. In the vast majority of situations, everyone should take some level of responsibility. Number 13. They act as a friend when they need your favor. It's not always convenient to have friends around, but some friends are always available to help you, whereas others are only available when it's convenient for them. If you know someone who only contacts you or acts friendly when they require or desire something from you, you should be cautious. It can be difficult to accept that someone in your life is manipulating you when you first realize it. Manipulators will try to integrate themselves into your life not because they want to be your friend but because they want to use you. Manipulative people are selfish, they don't truly care about you, and they will prioritize their own needs over yours at any given time. What's even more difficult is learning how to respond appropriately. In many situations, whether you work together or with family members or are in a relationship, a manipulator will have some power over you. Even if you have the courage to stand up for yourself, it can be difficult to get out of these situations once they have begun. The best thing you can do to protect yourself from manipulators is to maintain a safe distance between you and them, be aware of your rights and boundaries, and keep your conversation with them focused on these issues. If you notice that you are still having difficulties with your emotional well-being after attempting to resolve your emotional turmoil on your own, you should consider seeking professional assistance. The advice of an experienced therapist or counselor can assist you in discovering how deeply the manipulator has hurt you and in determining how to respond in a healthy manner. That is it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please share with your friends. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and give us a like. Also remember to hit the notification bell so you can get notified of our future videos. See you next time. Cheers.